Oh, guys, oh, guys, oh, guys. To start this shit off, gotta have my medicine, because this is some bullshit right here. Then, we're gonna crack this open. Alright. This right here is complete and utter bullshit. I can tell you that right now. Hardcore fans who have watched the movie, played the games, would not be upset about Barrett's voice. If you guys don't know, Barrett Wallace, he is being voiced in the remake instead of being in all text. Let me tell you that much. I am just ecstatic for that much itself. Having Barrett voiced, fuck yeah. Barrett was one of my favorite characters next to Vincent Valentine and Nanaki. It literally went in the order of Vincent Valentine, Nanaki, and Barrett. Why Vincent and Nanaki? Well, Vincent, he's a fucking badass who's lived quite some time, never changed, and he's just that cool dude, you know. Vincent Valentine, fuck you mean. Now, you get on a Nanaki, he's a fucking beast with a fucking flame on his fucking tail who's from a Native American village. The fuck else are you gonna hate on? How are you gonna hate on that? I mean, this motherfucker is a beast. Now, he's a bit of a glass cannon in the game. Maybe they'll patch that in the remake, you know? So, here's the problem here. Here's the problem with all this. This guy, or girl, I don't know who the fuck this is, Jita Jackson, has wrote for Kotaku. Someplace that I used to think, you know, might be a semi-reliable source for news for games. Not anymore, not anymore. Back in the day, maybe they had some reputation. Maybe they had a little bit left. But no, it's all gone with the bullshit that's been going on here. If you've been paying attention to any of that, I might get onto it in another video. I don't know. But this fucking shit just pisses me off. I don't care who you are, this pisses me off. As an old school fan of the Final Fantasy VII from the PlayStation generation, this pisses me off. This right here. Fans are concerned about Barrett's voice. No, I'm not concerned. Now, here's the biggest thing that hits me on here. First, yesterday, new teaser dropped for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of this clip here, to show off Barrett's voice, because it's Barrett. So, listen close.
Have fun.
I'm here for you, to help take the load off your shoulders.
So, what's our next move, boss?
That's easy enough.
Now, right there, that voice is what they have a problem with. But here's the problem. He sounds just like that, if not that voice in a movie. Fuck you mean? It's the first time we got to hear some of our favorite characters talking. That and Dirge of Cerberus. That was our first chances to hear them. And Barrett has always been pictured as a rough, gruff, tough son of a bitch. And he's voiced as such. I don't care who he is voiced as he sounds. Look, seems, sounds, acts. Everything is correct there. In my opinion. So far, just from the trailer. They have stuck to Barrett that I have known and loved since I was a fucking kid. I always had Barrett in my party. I always had Vincent. And I always had Nanaki. Of course, Cloud is a staple. You can't not have Cloud in your party because it's Final Fantasy VII. It's his fucking story. So, here's the problem. The second paragraph here, if you can call it paragraph, the first one doesn't even look like much of a paragraph. It's like 3 sentences. That's it. It's like the bare minimum, I think, for a paragraph. I'm not going to count. So I'm going to count this as the first paragraph. First sentence of this paragraph. I have never played Final Fantasy VII. Then how can you judge a character you have no idea about? I can tell you right now. Oh my god. Look right here. He's like, when it came out, PlayStation was my older brother's console. I don't care. You know, you're not going to damage a PlayStation in the old days. You are damn fucking unlucky if you broke your PlayStation. Either A, you broke the lid off, in which case, easy fix, you just press down on little buttons and you press down on the little disc reader and you're golden. That thing will still run. Or your little laser thing needs replacing, which get a cheapy PlayStation, swap that out, and you're good to go. Literally, that thing was built like a fucking brick. Just like the GameCubes were built like a brick. I know a story of a friend of mine who literally took his GameCube, unhooked it from his TV, because someone pissed him off, and flung it around his head, smacked someone in the head, set it back down, plugged it back in, started up his game like nothing. Those old school consoles were built like fucking brick houses. They ain't coming down. Or mess up his saves. Saves, I can see. But that's why you have a separate save card. A memory card. A little thing that you plug into the fucking machine. We don't have those nowadays. It's all flash drives, USBs, everything like that. And it's all saved onto an internal hard drive. Back then, we had to use memory cards. We had to use just about anything. Expansion slots just to play one game. Majora's Mask on Nintendo 64. You had to have an expansion just to run it. You had an expansion pack or it wouldn't run. So, that's my biggest problem right there. He doesn't know the character. Even right here. I didn't learn that Barry was a pretty egregious stereotype of blackness until long after I had internalized the idea that my video game fandom was incomplete if I hadn't played Final Fantasy VII. How is he a stereotype? Besides of a rough, tough motherfucker who was left in the fucking streets to fend for his basically fucking self, it seemed like. Every time he spoke, every time was passed, was brought up, he was always that one that was just on the streets. He's a great father. I don't care what you say about him leaving Marlene with that one lady. He made sure she was safe before he left the world. Not a damn decent father. His mind was always on his daughter. Now, in here, the Barrett is a stereotype of a gruff black man in the English translation of this game. How? When I think of a stereotype of a gruff black man, and I know a lot of black people who are my personal close friends, so I've seen just about every stereotype enacted that you can think of for a black person, just like I've seen every stereotype for a white person, Chinese person, everything. Stereotypes come from something. They're not always valid, but damn it, they come from something. Oh my god, that's good beer. I like Bud Light in the bottle. I don't care what anyone says. Bud Light in the bottle, fuck yeah. Drinking beer in a video, I mean, come on, who wouldn't? Yeah, but anyways, back to our point here. So, I want to know how he's the stereotype. If any stereotype, he's a stereotype of a man who sacrifices his time with his daughter to save the world and make it better for her. And he always came home. Where's Marlene? Where's my baby girl? There she is, hug, loves, every sort of attention. Marlene loves her dad. When you think of a stereotypical black man, a gruff black man, and I'm not saying this is what I think of when I think of black men, but when you think of the stereotype, what do you think of? Does drugs, doesn't stay around for family, leaves on his children, sells drugs, does crime. Let me see here. The one thing on there does crime. Yes, he commits crimes. He is, by the law there in the game, a terrorist. He's defined as a terrorist, an eco-terrorist. Because he blows up fucking Mako reactor plants. Mako, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Pronunciation is not my thing right now. Now, let's just say this. This man does not know jack shit about Barrett. He does not know the character. Therefore, he cannot say he's a stereotype and be fucking speaking the truth. He can say it all he wants to fucking say it. Freedom of fucking speech and everything. But is it true? Hell no, it's not true. You look me dead in the eye and tell me that Barrett is a stereotypical black gruff man. A gruff black man. No. He is far from the stereotype. If anything, he's the stereotype of a anti-hero. He fights for good, but he isn't afraid to fuck shit up. He cusses a lot, but he isn't afraid to be nice and sweet to his child. He's not afraid to show that nice, soft side when he's around his daughter. His daughter is everything in the world to him. The whole reason he wants to save the world, to stop it all, is to make sure his daughter has a fucking place. I guarantee that's the reason. You wanna know why? Because I know Barrett. I've used him enough. I talked about him enough. I've read about him enough. I've looked this character up. Now, yes, translations could be a little bit different and stuff like that. But here's the thing. They're all saying promotes toxic masculinity. There's nothing toxic about the way Barrett presents himself. Nothing there. Like right here. They're already talking about here. There was a part here that I missed. I have this whole thing here so you guys can see what I'm reading. So you can go... If you guys want to call, I have it right here. I can review. Oh yeah, he did say that. My bad. But you know what? I've played Final Fantasy VII so much. Never completing it because I wanted to find every single bit about the characters I could. And spoiler, if you go too far in Final Fantasy VII, you reach a certain point, you're screwed on one of the final weapons. And Barrett's is amazing. There's 2 points that if you just pass him, you can't get his weapons. You can't get his ultimate weapon. You can't get Aerith's ultimate weapon. I said, spoilers. Don't give a fuck. The game's been out for God, how long here? Fuck. Since I was a fucking kid, it's been out. I think way back in the 90s. And to see people talking about a character that I love, saying he's a stereotype, saying that he's problematic, that his characters might be a racist interpretation of toxic masculinity. It hurts. It really hurts to see that. It hurts to see a man who I admired playing this game. I admired Barrett. As a kid, I knew he was a great dad because all he talked about was Marlene. Every chance he got, talking about his precious Marlene, his baby girl. The light of his eye. If you've ever played the game, if you even seen the video, Advent Children, the first thing he says to Tifa when he saves her ass. And saves, I forgot what the little kid's name's ass is. I forgot what his name was, but when they save him, when Barrett saves both of them, he immediately looks over to Tifa and says, Marlene better be safe, huh? Because he's always looking out for his daughter. I dare any of you to counter my point on that he's always looking out for his daughter. He's always wanting his daughter to be safe. He's always having his daughter on his mind. I don't care who you are. That man's a loving father. He's not a gruff black man stereotype. No. He's a rough, tough man who loves his daughter and fights for the fucking world he believes in. Okay, here we go. Alright. This depiction right here plays into the racist assumptions people make about black men, not seeing them as full people. Where do you get that line right there? Not seeing them as full people. Man, you must have some internalized bullshit going on if you think that. If you think half the people around here have an assumption that black men are not seen as full people. You must have some racist bullshit in your head. Yes, I'm pissed. I am very much pissed. over a character or in a video game? Yes. Because this is a fucking thing that was in my fucking childhood. Throughout my childhood I played this game. All the way up into high school I was still playing Final Fantasy VII, trying to find every single little bitty secret I could. Glitching out here and there, trying to find anything I could do to make sure I beat the fucking game in 100% mode. But let me tell you something. Nothing hurts more than seeing someone you admired, someone you love, being put down like this. And being seen as hulking masses of muscle that sometimes provide folksy wisdom. If that's what you think it is, you really don't know the character. He can be a fucking boss. I've played with him in every single playthrough. I've had him in my party at some point in time, rocking his most powerful weapons. Every time I get a new weapon, I slap it on him, put him in the party, and we test it out. Until I found the perfect mixture for him. And let me tell you what, after I found that perfect mix, he was in my party all the time. And the things you hear him say, you read on the screen, it's like folksy wisdom. No. He is streetwise. He ain't book smart. Hell no, he ain't book smart. Fuck no. And that part, yeah, that got me. He's not book smart. But he knows what he needs to know to be a good fucking father and to survive in a world full of monsters. In a world full of creatures. In the world that's actually out to kill you. Where you can step outside your front door, take about 13 steps out of town, and guess what? You're surrounded by monsters, including the giant fucking dragon in your face. Think about that. Think about that for 5 seconds. That's the world they live in. Monsters are everywhere trying to kill you. You take a few steps out, random encounter. You've ever played the game random encounter every fucking way you turn. I had to get a special materia to ward them off. And still, random encounter. Oh my god. It was crazy. To think that these people survived in this world for so long. To raise families. To live somewhat peaceful lives in some areas. It surprises me that Barrett turned out the way he did. Honestly, after expecting this, I was expecting to hear him say some bullshit and go on a rant and everything about how it's this. No, he always takes it. He knows what the problems are. And he knows how to solve them. Not in the best way, okay? But he can solve them. Generally, yeah, that involves exploding and blowing up the reactors and going, Shinra! But look around. Shinra's draining the life energy out of the planet. You're watching the planet die. You know what's going on. And you know who to blame. Of course you're going to call him out. And to be honest, I honestly don't know where this guy got any impression of this. They're here. People only get depressed if they don't know what's going on. Yeah, that was a mistranslation. I've already seen all the translations, the mistranslations and everything like that. I've seen just about any of them I can. And even in the mistranslation, even in the original text, he's depicted as he is. Yo, Jess, thinking about it. How many people in the world do you know really understand themselves? I mean, with that line following up with people in compressor, they don't know what's going on. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna claim to know what causes depression, but I've experienced it. I've experienced it a lot. And depression is not something that you can easily. These lines, even though they're mistranslated, and they represent more of the Americanized idea, yeah, that's what it looks like to an outside world. People don't know what's going on. If they don't know what's going on, they get depressed. Yeah, that's what it looks like to the outside world, because it doesn't look like you know what's really going on. When you're depressed, people think one thing when it's another. Let me tell you something. Growing up, the most influential characters in the game, in these games, in any of the Final Fantasy games, in my life, that taught me how to love my child, love my family, be happy, and always do the right thing. The characters that taught me that were Barrett, Vincent, Nanaki. Then, if you go to the other games, you have Squall from 8, whose mind state is very the core essence of what I went through when I went through my depression. I was confused, lost, going through the motions. Yeah, I wanted to do the right thing. I wanted to be happy. I wanted to make people happy. But you know what? I didn't know anything about what to do. So I just followed orders. Teachers tell me to do something. Fine. Sure. Whatever. Happily. Sure. You know, the whole math thing. And the side of me that was happy, cheery, and everything like that was best represented by a character in the game that everyone seemed to not like. Meanwhile, I love this game. I've had little problems with it. The only problems I had was the ability system. Learning new abilities and stuff like that was weird. But so, this was the same thing in 8. When you're used to one system, and you get changes, and it's the same game series, and it's a completely different system, yeah, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? But Final Fantasy IX, Zidane, happy-go-lucky thief, always there to help, you know, hey, what's up, buddy? Oh, you want me to do that? Oh, shit, let's figure that out then. Yeah, that would understand and learn from and grow. For example, when I saw the Knight and Nine team up with Vivi, Steiner and Vivi team up with their magic, and how he treated Vivi with such admiration, such like that, because he was different, and because he was genuinely impressed with him, because he was doing something that he's never been able to do. And he thought, you know, hey, can we try this, see if it works? He was working with him, trying to improve himself with the help of others. He wasn't Steiner wasn't afraid to ask questions and ask for help. That's what I'm saying. People don't understand these characters and the depths they go through if you actually play the games and listen to their stories. Barrett is much more than a stereotype. And Jita Jackson, how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? Go fuck yourself. How dare you say he's just a stereotype when you don't know him? You've never played the game. You know anything about him. And look, you cite your own company, the same company you're printing for. Analysis. No, you really don't know what you're talking about there. Like, their analysis is really gonna matter much compared to facts, cold hard facts. It's like right here, characterization after the fact. Barrett, they inserted characterization after the fact, and Barrett's characterization in this version involves an exaggerated black dialect. His retranslated dialogue somehow emphasizes Americanized ideas about masculinity. I really don't know where you're getting half of this shit. I really don't. I don't understand. I don't know why anyone trusts you guys at Kotaku with any sort of pre-information or anything like that. I don't understand why they trust you. Because all you're going to do is drag the name of a great character through the mud. A wonderful character. And how dare you? You should feel ashamed about that. You really should. You're dragging a character you have nothing to know about. Seriously, this is bullshit. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at this. Why'd they give my dude Barrett wild? Okay, that one was kind of funny. The wild Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder voice that oh my god, no. Like, it's just, I don't understand it. This character was designed this way for a fucking reason. From the ground up, he was designed that way. He was designed to be a tough, rough, not rough. He grew up in a rough life. It's just, it wouldn't be the same if they tried to give him any other personality. If you've ever played the first game, the first Final Fantasy VII, the original one on PlayStation, or on PC, it's on PC right now on Steam, and I'd recommend buying it. I'd recommend grabbing that game and playing it all the way through so you can get the feel of what I'm talking about with these characters. Barrett was a major asshole. He was a nice fucking asshole when it came down to it. He understood the consequences of his past. What happened to his friend. How he got everything. He accepts his past and he tries to redeem himself. Well, this guy's got a reaction here. Hold on a second. Let's hear it.
So, what's our next move, boss?
That's easy enough. I'm here for you. To help take the load off your shoulders.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that. I'll give this guy credit. Choo Choo McGoo. Okay. That was a good edit, man. That was a good edit, my man. But I was excited when I heard Barrett talk. Oh my god. I was like, oh my god. Yes. Yes. It's just how I pictured him in the game. It's exactly how he sounded in the movie to me. Like, if you've actually listened to the movie, and if you've ever played the game, just, here, let me pull it up here real quick. I don't know why I have a tab right there for that. Children. Barrett. So, right here. You see, Muhammad's having a little fun. This guy's a little badass, I ain't gonna lie. That guy's a fucking badass. He's a little kid, but he's a fucking badass. You'll see in a second. Okay, I'm only showing this just for this reason here, showing how Barrett, what his first thing to say to Tifa is. Look at this little kid versus this fucking big ass dragon. Oh my fucking god, kid, you're gonna get yourself killed, but god damn do you have guts. And then in he comes.
You look after Mama.
Listen.
Marlene better be safe, huh?
First thing he says to Tifa is, Marlene better be safe. His first thoughts when he talks to the person who is in charge of his daughter is his daughter. He knows Tifa will look after Marlene while he goes do whatever work he has to do to bring money home to her. In fact, I remember in the movie, he was working as an oil refinery guy. Because I think he said he struck oil, if I remember right. I almost had my beer, so it's about time to close this out. Ooh, it's starting to get warm. Ugh. Warm beer. You gotta love it. So, I will leave this whole article in its entirety. No matter how shit it is. Wait, hold on. I gotta address this comment here. Just right here. Barrett really is a wonderful three-dimensional character, passionate, intelligent, eco-terrorist. Yeah, you're right there. You're right there. With a big-time screw capitalism. I don't think he ever addressed capitalism in anything in the game. Correct me if I'm wrong and put a fucking source to it, and I will make a correction on that in my comments or whatever. But correct me if I'm fucking wrong, but he has never once addressed capitalism. Never. He was anti damaging the planet, killing the planet. Capitalism had nothing to do with it. The only part capitalism had to play was literally Shinra. And that was his beef with Shinra. Just Shinra. He didn't care what other people spent their money on. So other people, fuck y'all. You can buy whatever the fuck you want. But Shinra was killing the planet. And this guy has the nerve. Now, yeah. The doctor thought he turns to a big bushy teddy bear around about the blue-collar mining town he grew up in. Also, his hand is a big gun. It is a big gun. As you saw right there. It's a big fucking gun. That fucking face gets me every time. But, yeah, no. And we're out of beer. So, in closing of this fucking rant about this fucking article on fucking Kotaku, Jita Jackson, learn your fucking characters before you fucking go on and fucking say some bullshit about them that you don't even fucking know anything about. I'm just gonna leave this right here. You have nothing valid in that statement. Nothing. Go ahead, someone correct me. Show me where he's seen as not a full person. Show me where he's helpful that sometimes provide folksy wisdom. No. Sure, he's a hulking mass of muscle. Yeah, I'm not gonna deny that. That man's a fucking tank. But he's not just that. If you've ever actually listened to the movie or any game featuring Barrett, when it gets down to business, he's about business. When it comes to family, oh, he's all about that family. Anytime family's involved, screw everything else, my daughter's important. So, let me address this one last time. Jesus. Play Final Fantasy VII and learn your mistake. Otherwise, shut up about things you don't know anything about. If you spout off things that you are taking as fact, when you don't know the character, you don't know why he says these things, you know what brings him to say these things, the character development, the arc, and everything, you have nothing to say on this. How dare you? Play the game. Then maybe you'll understand your mistake. This has been 5Crap. Signing out. Safe travels and fair winds, my friends. Until next time. Bye-bye.